Apologies. We're back. He stepped on the wire. Sorry, I'm back. Amori, by any chance, are you in agreement so far? If I get disconnected again, it probably means UEFA and the footballing world do not want me to spoil the Euros for you guys. I'm a big enemy of the betting companies, so do keep an eye on that one. I'm sure they're going to be keeping an eye on my stream, because of course there is a lot of upside here to you guys making some bank. Amori says anyone with Toni Kroos behind them can score, but I agree Germany won't win. So we're on the right track. We're very much on the right track. Any questions about Germany? Or any disagreement within the starting lineup? Any Germans here in particular? I'm sure you guys are in agreement, right? Phantom, this is not the stream for you, little bro. This is a proper football stream with all due respect. I don't know, is Ozio still streaming? Maybe you can go hover somewhere around there, because with all due respect, how am I going to say this as respectfully as I can? You provide absolutely nothing on a stream like today. Maybe when we want to play or do something like funny, maybe then we can ask for you to come in. But until that point, you provide absolutely nothing. You're completely useless today, with all due respect. Schlotterbeck won't play. No, MC, we've just started, sir. Toni Kroos. Can you tell us about the left back? Mishta. Very good going forward. At 4 million, fantasy, spoiler alert, lock. Complete lock. I mean, it would be stupid not to have him, because his spot is completely locked up. Should Gundogan be on the bench? No. What I would have done is I would have started Fulkrug instead of Havertz, and I personally would have started Schlotterbeck next to Rudiger. But that's just...
Germany will lose in last 16.
You reckon? Damn. So we can move on from Germany. I've also went into the in-depth analysis as well to provide you guys some information, both in possession as well as out of possession. Any specific questions on this? If you guys don't understand anything, please do let me know. And I can't really say more about. This is basically saying recoveries in mid-turn. I don't know if you guys have any questions here in particular, but again, you can begin. I wouldn't pay too much attention, but sometimes, you know, something can catch your eye. For example, with Germany, interestingly enough, they sure as shit didn't score enough goals, and that's a problem, right? And it exactly goes back to what I told you guys here. You don't. Oh, PPDA means basically passes allowed per defensive action. So how quickly does the team recover the ball? How many passes do they allow the opposition to make before they recover the ball? Too kind. Brothers. Question, how many women have you touched? It's a great question. Then I suppose it depends what species we classify your mother. Now, moving on to Scotland. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Scotland have the song of the Euros. It's absolutely incredible. Is it this one or not? No, is it? I think it's this one. Cold. Oh, the English people are getting upset. But basically, listen, TLDR, TLDR, with Scotland, oops, don't ruin the presentation. With Scotland, we've basically, as you can see, decent defense. Strongest area is their midfield, but their attack leaves a lot left to be desired. Most of their goals came from Scott McTominay in midfield. The problem for Scotland is they've hit the rails. If the Euros occurred last year, maybe they could have done something. However, their form heading into this tournament is extremely poor. Robbo has been deemed as the key player. Maybe also if you're thinking about picking up a Scottish player in fantasy, I'll probably look at Robertson. They have goal-scoring midfielders. They are good when they're defending deep. They can be compact, so they're not going to be easy to break down. Yeah, Tierney plays left centre-back. They've been doing this for some time. But a big problem for them is Ferguson being injured. Lewis Ferguson, coming off a remarkable season at Bologna. You have more players injured. Dykes and Tierney's playing.
Kind sir, you are truly incredible. We don't deserve such analysis.
You're too kind,
for free.
Rossi.
Once I win thousands from the Euros, I will send you some of my winnings.
Stop it.
I cannot wait for the long streams every damn day.
I can't
Viva
wait
el
either.
Football.
Viva el football indeed. Lack of depth is a problem. I put Hickey here in the starting lineup. Hickey may not end up starting. He'll be a big loss for the way they play and their system. And listen, ultimately, when they get towards the final third, their inability to create chances as well as having lack of killers, I think is going to be a big problem for them. Yeah, Hickey is probably, I think Hickey could not play at all. Robertson, maybe he'll miss the verse, but I think he'll play. And as you can see here with Scotland versus Germany, as you can see, it's not looking good, especially when they have the ball. It's not looking good. And it's gone even worse than this recently. So I am worried. Now, moving on. Hungary. We've obviously seen them in the previous Euros. They had the group of death, and they still performed exceptionally well. Then they had the group of death in the Nations League, and still, they performed incredible. They've definitely accustomed to upsetting the bigger clubs. So, heading into this tournament, if you really know football, they're not really a surprise team. Midfield is by far and away their strongest area. By far and away. Sunderland fans will tell you all about this guy. When I was analyzing this team, Styles is incredible. He's the heartbeat of the team. It's not SpongeBob, believe it or not. Many people think SpongeBob is the key player. It's not. It's Styles. Everything goes through him. Tick, tack, took. Everything goes through him.
No one is listening.
Keep an eye on Salah. He's a man for the big occasions, and
seems like our internet can't handle much more than that though.
And he knows where the goal is. SpongeBob plays further advanced, which suits him more. We've seen him have a disastrous season at Liverpool. It seems like his inability to hold on to the ball, his decision making cost Liverpool tremendously. Here, he's allowed to be closer to goal, where apparently he has this rocket of a shot, even though, well, we haven't really seen it in England. Maybe we'll see it in Germany. We'll see. At the back, they're okay. Their wing backs will be key. You know, already I'm a big fan of Kerkes. I think he's exceptional. They also have good depth if something happens. They're comfortable on the ball. They're good at, like I said with Styles, getting the ball to the front players. They flood in number. They're not scared of putting people forward. And they're also really good at recovering the ball. What are their weaknesses? So do not mistake progressive passing with chance creation. They're very different. They can get the ball to the forwards, but they don't necessarily create many chances. Especially against low blocks, it can be a problem. And you can catch them lacking at the back. Sometimes the gap between their defensive and midfield line is not like it should be, and that's where they can get caught. But if you're Hungarian, I think you will be heading into this tournament feeling confident. And this is their chart. So as you can see how aggressive they are, how good they are at winning the ball. But like I mentioned, they don't create high XG per match. But look at their progressive passing.
We got
incredible.
News from the network company. Only 50 megabytes left. Please get to the point, sir.
And the last team in the group, Switzerland. Any questions on the lineup? Because with Switzerland, there's a question mark up front. Will it be Okafor? Will it be Seferovic? There's a question in goal, or people think there's a question mark in goal between Sommer and Kobel. The truth is there isn't. Sommer will start, and he is their key player, just like he has been ever since he's been in the team. Amori says Schär starts. No, I don't think he does, Amori. I analyzed this deeply. Schär is locked. Are you guys sure? Because when I analyze this, they prefer Elvedi with Akanji. Are you sure? Triple check it. Oh yeah, Amdouni is another possibility. Well, it's not, no, that's wrong, Amori. It's not necessarily a three at the back. Basically, or maybe it's easier if I explain it to you guys. They will push. They will push. They will push Widmer high up. Rodriguez translates like this, and then basically it ends up looking something like this as Shaqiri tucks in there. But it's not necessarily three at the back. It's built up in a tree. Widmer pushes high up, and it ends up looking something like this. Now, as mentioned here, midfield as well, it is on Hungary's level. It's by far and away their strongest area. But here's where I am worried about Switzerland. Up front. Shaqiri has been hard carrying their attack for the past decade. He's now finished. He'll be there still, but he's nowhere near the player he was. Okafor, if he is indeed the one that starts, is dog shit. Amdouni, I think, is better than him. And Vargas is just a decent player that can get in and around here and there. So, analyzing all the teams, this is Switzerland's one. So, again, for all their dominance in the attacking areas, they don't score many goals. They are not clinical in any way, shape or form. They're better at counter-attacking, they're great at set pieces, and they're really good at dealing with defensive transitions. You're not going to catch them too much because Zakaria's there, Fowler doesn't stop running. However, so is a big loss. Big loss for them. They are, I mentioned Hungary may struggle. They are really bad against low blocks, so keep that in mind. And they're not clinical in any way. And their defense can be fragile at times. So overall, we've ranked Switzerland and Hungary the same. However, that's just pure ranking. In terms of what's actually going to happen in this group, I'm not going to spoil every game for you guys. I know it's a percentage, Nimwit. It means they score the least amount of dumb fucks. It's compared to the others. It's a percentile compared to the others, to the other teams that were there in the qualifying. I'm not going to spoil every single result. Unfortunately, I can't do that for obvious reasons, for leaderboard purposes. But what I will tell you is the order of this group. It's very simple. Germany will top the group. No surprises there. They're playing at home. They'll have enough to top it. Who's finishing second? It will be the Hungarians. Many people think Switzerland, absolutely no chance in hell. Hungary are better than Switzerland. Switzerland will finish third. Scotland will finish fourth. Group A, locked. Thank you, Clint. Too kind. Too kind. Potter to Leicester is a done deal. Brilliant appointment. Clint, thoughts? Brilliant appointment. Too kind, Vegas. Much love, man. Thank you for the kind work that you've been doing.
Thanks to it MCFC for my sub gift.
Moving on to Group B. Switzerland. Yes, Switzerland in international tournaments are great. Correct. But you can only factor history up until a certain level. At some point, current matters more than history. You just need to know and be smart enough to know when to apply what to what. Spain. Any question marks do you guys think on the lineup? This is how I believe they will start. Cinderella will start left back ahead of Grimaldo, believe it or not. He is in good form, to be fair. Grimaldo will not start. That's a mistake most casuals will make. Oyarzabal, sure as shit, will not start. Danny Olmo, who's been a mainstay in the club, will Olmo will not start ahead of Ruiz. Nacho starts? No. Potentially. Nacho is the one I could give you. Nacho ahead of Laporte, maybe. But I think it'll be Laporte and Lenormand. I know Grimaldo's better than him, but it's all about styles. It's all about styles. Now, Spain's defense is what worries me the most. Midfield, we've ranked them just 0.5 less than Germany's. They have the best midfielder in the world this season. They have a freshly rested Pedri, and Fabian Ruiz will make up the rest of the midfield. The key with Spain has been, or will be, the attack. Because you see, what's been their problem in recent tournaments won't be in this upcoming one. For once in a very long time, Spain have an attack. An attack that is fast. An attack that is dynamic. An attack that will cause defenders problems. There's a lot of pace in that front three, which automatically makes them good in transitions. You can mock Morata all you want, but he's had a brilliant season. It's those two wingers next to him. If you remember, don't forget, Spain in the Euros, the previous Euros, Spain were the best team in the competition. Period. They were better than Italy. They couldn't win though, because their attack let them down. Trash ass Oyarzabal. Trash can. Now you're looking at that front three, and let me tell you something. It's the best it's been for a very long time. The problem with them, as we've seen time and time again, has been possession overkill versus low blocks. They don't take many shots. Transition defensively is a problem because you can catch them. You can catch them. There's not a lot of speed in that defense. There's not a lot of speed at all, and they will up the line. So they have to be extremely careful. Even Rodri, as brilliant as he is, he's not the best at dealing with transitions. These two, I think there are problems. If Nacho starts, low-key, it makes more sense because you pair up a right footer with a left footer, but I don't know. We'll see. And they're not the best aerially. Sure as shit. You're looking at imagine this team has to deal with a corner. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5. There's not many players able to deal with set pieces. So that's their problem. Overall, they've ranked 7.5. As you can see though, they have been exceptional in qualifying specifically. This one is remarkable. They're pressing unbelievable. They don't let the opposition have the ball. Moving on to Croatia. Ruiz is starting. You can't. You guys are going off FIFA cards. This is not FIFA cards. It's not whoever has that. You go on football and whoever has the highest overall rating, you put them in the team. This is the team that's starting. Football doesn't work like that, you dumb fucks. Either way. Croatia head into this tournament historically having done awful at the Euros, but they've done brilliant at the World Cups. Nation League finalists, World Cup third place, and World Cup finalists the World Cup before that. What's the one key difference between this Croatian team to their golden generation team? Is that backline. It's brilliant. I could and should have gone even higher than that. The reason I didn't, because I factor individuals as well. Stanisic, Sutalo, Gvardiol, Sousa. Gvardiol could go left back, and they could bring in Vida or Petrovic. We're not sure yet. I think I'd expect it to be rotated. But that defense and the goalkeeper as well, which we already know, if it goes to a penalty shootout, we already know what's going to happen. Livakovic, we've seen him have a penalty shootout this year as well in the Conference League. He came out on the losing end, but it sure as shit wasn't his fault. He done everything possible. And then that moron Bonucci missed. So, if it's Gvardiol left back, it could be. And we've already seen what Gvardiol can do left back. Either way, key player Gvardiol you know very well. My opinions on Gvardiol is, when all is said and done, minimum top 10 defenders of all time. I think Josko Gvardiol can win a Ballon d'Or. He is Maldini region. Maybe better going forward than Paolo, maybe not quite yet on his level defensively. You sit there and you laugh, but I've told you this 1 year ago when you same cretins were mocking him and mocking his price tag. So speak now, idiots. Midfield 8 out of 10. Here's the one key thing with this midfield. Is it what it once was? In theory, no, because Brozovic went Saudi, Modric is declining in age. Let me tell you one key thing though with this trio. Too kind, Ladex, thank you for the 1 year. They all head into this Euros fully fresh. Brozovic has been taking the piss in Saudi. Kovacic has been very much well rested at City. And Modric has barely played with Real Madrid. Maybe barely is an exaggeration, but he'll be fully rested. So that's going to be a key thing. Key thing. Now, what's their weakest area on paper? Is their attack. I don't know who's starting. He's the man in form, Meyer. Watch out for him. Exceptional fantasy pick as well. He has been on fire for Croatia. Kramaric is not really a number 9, and that was what we've seen in the World Cup. He struggles. Amori believes it will be Budimir down the middle, Kramaric off the left. It could easily happen, but I honestly think Perisic will start. It's tough. You think Budimir's guaranteed striker? I don't think it's guaranteed at all. Budimir's had a fantastic season, but I don't like him as a player. Like, guys, stiff as they come. I like Kramaric is off the ball movement quite a lot. I agree Perisic is a question mark, but in that regard, then I would rather Pasalic. But we'll see. Petkovic could also be an option as well. Petkovic number 9, Kramaric off the left. Kramaric is flexible in any of these positions. Do not underestimate Croatia's attack. It's not great on paper, but I think it's improved from the World Cup. They're obviously brilliant in possession, great press resistant midfield. They're really good at counter attacks, and like I said, Meyer's form. Where do I see Croatia struggling? I think Kovac is the most overrated manager, or one of the most overrated managers that there are. Actually, maybe that's a bit harsh. He's Ancelotti V2. He's an exceptional manager, but the guy is tactically naive, and that's my fear for Croatia, because there's no tactics. It's inshallah. It's inshallah. Sorry, Dalic. I said Dalic. Yeah, I said Dalic. I said Dalic. And also, a big problem is this with Croatia. Listen to me very carefully. They will overlap here, and these ones will attack the box. The problem is here. Neither Modric, nor Kovacic, nor Brozovic really want to be here. And that is a problem. They don't go that much here. Modric used to. He doesn't really have the legs that much to keep doing this. Brozovic stays here. Kovacic never was great at doing that. Maybe Meyer has to tuck in a little bit. We'll see. So that could be a problem. Azil, stay in your lane. You don't know shit, little bro. On to the defending champions. Italy heading into this tournament have had two big injuries. Big injuries to Acerbi and Scalvini. Acerbi's one especially is a big problem, because it would have been Inter's backline, the familiar backline of Bastoni, Acerbi and Darmian, the trio that reached the Champions League final last season, the trio that locked up Erling Haaland. But it's not going to be that. It will be Buongiorno in place of Acerbi. Barella, Frattesi, Jorginho, De Lorenzo, that's the lineup. Defense 7, midfield 7.5, I think is their strongest area, but their attack is the big question mark. Chiesa's not the same player he was. There's been glimpses in recent months, there has been, but he's not the same player. And Scamacca, though, is the one in brilliant form. Retegui could start, but I think it's going to be these two starting. Key player, of course, no surprises here. Niccolò Barella. Their strengths, the manager Spalletti allows a lot of freedom, which does suit, because it's very similar to the way Inzaghi plays. So most of the Inter players are familiar with that. The ball playing defenders, the best in the world we know already with the ball at his feet as a defender. He'll be there bombing, overlapping as a wide centre back and playing those crazy crosses, because I've never seen a centre back cross like him, I'll be honest. Goal scoring midfielders. He's their top scorer for Italy over the past year or so. Hasn't happened for him at Inter, but at Italy he is key to the way they play. And of course Barella and Bastoni individually we have to highlight them as key strengths on their own. We don't do this for many players, but for these two you have to highlight them. Their weaknesses, they're not great at pressing, they're not great at winning duels, and there's inconsistent attackers. 7 out of 10 overall. Oppenheimer from the tap-in, this better be good. I trust Amori. Let's see. For the price, that's it. Bro, Girona getting picked apart, man. That's so sad. Did you guys see Dovbyk to Atletico? Madre mia. Madre mia. As you can see, for Italy, it's not like they were last season or last time in the Euros. They were heading into it with a crazy undefeated streak. They're not been playing as good as they have. And last but not least, Albania. Defense, their best area in my opinion. They're strong in midfield as well. I worry in attack. By far and away their key player is Bajrami. Everything goes through him. If they're going to score, chances are it's going to go through him. One thing with Albania, do not underestimate this team in any way. They've been unfortunate because they got the group of death. Broja doesn't even start for them. They are extremely efficient. They are really good, really good at doing the opposite of what Croatia do. They get in these spots here and they get their players here. They overlap here. They do something like this and they get these really close to the striker. So watch out for these areas that they pick. They're exceptional at doing that. Exceptional. They're good at both transitions. There's no surprise how they're going to line up. They're going to defend deep, so expect them to launch quick counterattacks. But they're brilliant at defending as a unit. They're extremely compact. You see some familiar names here, mostly based in the Serie A. And they do recover the ball. Their problems is obviously creating a number of chances, as well as creating subsequently number of shots. They're efficient with the number of shots that they have, but they don't create many. And the number is going to be even less when it comes to facing these teams that they're facing. Half the 11 is wrong, little bro. We'll see. Swayback says, what was the rating for Germany? I missed it. You ranked 8. You're the highest ranked so far. Higher ranked than Spain. But the ranking is only a small part of it. Chat, you guys are saying the lineup is wrong. Chat, I spent I think you guys sometimes take this like, do you guys understand? 146 hours. Sakosha doesn't start. Berisha's better than him. Ozuni starts. No, he doesn't. Chat, we'll see when they play. And we'll go back to this. Chikaleshi's not called up. The chat's exposing me. Let's see. Ignore these losers. They probably don't even know. We'll see if he's not called up or not. You credits. 146 hours I've spent. Look, Chikaleshi. Shh. Losers. That's the problem with you guys. You don't know shit, man. You don't know shit. So, Group B. Group B. There's 2 spots here which are certain. The other 2 aren't. It's all about styles. Styles make matches. And as a result, Croatia will top it. Followed by Spain in second. Italy third, Albania fourth. Albania will not finish with 0 points. They're taking a point of somebody. Italy are finishing third, 100%. Croatia will top it, Spain second. Chat, I don't know what you're talking. Chat, we have a lot of teams to go through, with all due respect. Chat, not every single person is unemployed like you guys, with all due respect. Not everybody can sit here until 11 o'clock. We have a lot to go through. There's a lot of people riding on this.
I can find a view on YouTube to prepare for the upcoming weekend league. I'm currently on FIFA 19 against Hensu. Please react to this. Have you DM'd Notorious today?
Bro, I've got some new FIFA, right? I don't know where the hell this guy spawned from.
October 2023
of him. A 4th seed Megabit was, so now in theory,
I remember that game.
Holds that 4th seed.
Here we go then.
Yeah, I remember this game.
Straight away in on goal here, Neymar.
So I basically faced this German guy who obviously FIFA 98 at the time was just abusing everything. But as always, I done what nobody else could do. Make that game look good. But I don't know, the specky rat foot has spawned from somewhere. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you, bud. Chat, we have to move on. We have to move on, chat. On to Group C. We have to move on, chat. As you can see here, Albania. Defensively strong, no doubt about it. But offensively, obviously, quite a lot of numbers. But their midfield will be key. Bajrami will be key. Moving on. Slovenia. Decent defense. 2 players stand out from that defense. Oblak and Bijol. Bijol is exceptional. He plays for Udinese. A big team will pick this guy up. Mark my words. Again, a lot of Serie A familiarities in there. Midfield is by far and away their weakest point. They play a 4-4-2. And their strongest area is up front. You'll recognize a few names here. In particular, Benjamin Sesko, who has decided recently to reject Arsenal and extend his contract at Leipzig. Here's something which fascinates me with this team. We've ranked them 4 out of 10 overall. But like I tell you, the ranking means fuck all. Because you see, it's all about watching the team. This
Oil
Slovenia
up, kind
team...
sir, and play a draft for me. Nobody wants to listen to this. Germany will win. We don't need this. We need draft gameplay.
This team plays a style of football which I'm obsessed with. No fucking playing the ball around. No pointless passes. Fast, direct, efficient, ruthless. As a result, they're one of the few clinical teams heading into this competition. The key is, again, the midfield have to get the ball to their attackers. Even when they do, chaos will ensue. Stuff will happen. Them two will make shit happen. They're really good at overlapping the fullbacks. Pace up front on transitions. Deadly. Problem is chance creation and pressing. Pressing is more of a choice. They don't choose to press. In modern football, that can be deemed as a negative. But as you can see here, look at their XG versus their goals. They outperform it. Exceptional, clinical, ruthless, barbaric, sadistic team. And as you can see here, they're extremely good at recovering the ball with different facilities. Up next, the team that I picked to finish as runners-up in the World Cup before they let me down, to put it mildly. This is the Danish team that we are expecting. There's a couple of question marks here and there. The back three should be what you see there. The back five, sorry. The midfield three, Højbjerg and Eriksen, are guaranteed. There's one spot there. It could go to many players because they have a lot of depth in midfield. Plenty of depth. It could be either Delaney, Jensen, Norberg, and in particular, a certain midfielder who Celtic fans will know all about, O'Reilly. Watch out for this guy. We could see him at the Euros. But I've gone for Hjulmand, I think you say it, to start. He will play. Hjulmand to start, from Sporting. Previously played for Lecce. Coming off a remarkable season, he gives them energy and legs into a midfield, which doesn't. If you look at Eriksen, we've already seen him at Manchester United. Every time I see him play, I worry. I worry not because of what happened in the Euros, but because he's at a point where he's almost a corpse in midfield. He's playing a bit deeper than he used to. Last time we seen him, he plays as a number 10. He'll pick up the ball from deep. And the two up front, I've gone with Højlund next to Wind. It could be Dolberg, it could be Poulsen. I've gone with Højlund next to Wind. On the ball, yeah, they're good. They keep the ball. They're good at progressive passing. Højlund's the key player I've gone with, because if he doesn't make shit happen, I don't know who will. They press really well. They're versatile. They recover the ball high up, and they have plenty of midfield depth. The problem is, the manager is a fossil. What the manager done at the previous World Cup was a disgrace to football. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. No idea what formation to play, no idea what players to choose from. It's very much the same team every time. Hjulmand is a disgrace to managers.
You've spent 146 hours watching players, just to include a bunch of players who haven't even been called up to the tournament.
Gwendol, you don't understand football. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, little bro. Do your research before you come speak with me. You can't sit at the same table as I do. You can't. You know, if we ever used to go to like those, parties where like there's the adult table and there's the kids table, you'll be chucked at the kids table, little bro. That's That's who you'll be there with, because you can't speak with adults. You don't know shit. Chance creation is a problem. Same thing as we discussed earlier. Progressive passing does not mean chance creation. They don't create chances, chat. They don't. And you catch them on the break because there's not enough pace in this team. I've gone 5.5 overall. As you can see here, pass. The opposite of Slovenia. Pass. Boring to watch. This is a tough one because straight away it's obvious, right? They can't defend. We know that by now. If you see them in the World Cup, they can't defend. They're trash. They can't defend for shit. Horrible. Terrible. So they'll concede. They'll concede goals, they'll concede chances. They don't play as a team, chat. On paper, it looks half decent. I don't know who's going to start. Who do you guys think is going to start? Because I've gone with Tadic on the bench, but I'm not sure.
Your face looks like a day-old pizza. Respectfully shut up, kind sir.
I've gone with Mitrovic and Vlahovic up top. I've gone Tadic on the bench. I think Vlahovic has to start. I think Mitrovic has to start. Gudelj is out. He's a big loss because they don't keep the ball well. With him out, chat, it's going to be even worse for them. Sure, they've got goal scorers on paper. They're good at counter pressing and they're good at set pieces. But chat, I see problems. Tadic is the captain. Oh, so because he's the captain, he has to start. What a freaking knowledge, you cretin. Tadic will not start. That's my prediction. He will not start. I don't miss. Gudelj is injured. So he's not starting for them. Overall, I've given them 5 out of 10. The manager as well, terrible. Disastrous. And they can't keep the ball. They're not a team. In any way. Last but not least, .5 out of 10 attack. Jesu. 8.5 out of 10 midfield. Mado. Where do you begin? I mean, you look at that team, chat, honest to God, man. It's like, what the fuck, man? But there's 2 key weaknesses. We can talk for days about England's strengths. For days and days. But there's 2 key weaknesses. The manager and the build-up being too slow. Since then, Maguire's been out as well. Shaw is not fully fit, so he's not going to play. I think it should have been Brentwaite at the back, and it should have been Joe Gomez starting at left back. He's gone for Trippier and Gueye. I think there's problems here at the back. I think you can catch them. I think Trent will start in midfield. Which I'm fascinated to watch. He's not a natural midfielder. I personally would have started Trent ahead of Walker, especially in the group stage matches at right back, and I would have started with Kobe in midfield. Or rather, I would have probably put Foden in midfield and then I would have put Gordon on the left. Either way, Foden on the left is a question. I don't know. But look with England. Like, imagine having all that attacking talent, but then you watch them play and it's ziz. I mean, it's fucking disgraceful. That shit is disgraceful. A team like England, it's disgraceful. But it all comes from the manager. So, spoiler. Another group done. Having heard what you just heard, what do you think is going to happen in this group? This will be a fiercely contested group. England will top it, but I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be 9 out of 9 points. No fucking chance. No way. In second place, Slovenia. In third place, Denmark. In fourth, Serbia. Why you put in Tomori question marks, Spiros? He's been shit this season. Mark my words when I tell you this, by the way. This is not opinions, these are spoilers. 146 hours spoilers, these are. Slovenia will finish second. To many people that will be a surprise. To me it's not. And to you, having heard what I just said, it shouldn't be either. Half the group's done. Moving on to what I believe is the group of death. People think it's this one. I think it's this one. And I'll explain exactly why. How does one speak so much and say so little? You need more hours of research. Slovenia second, their best player is still in the NBA finals. See what I'm saying? No, I know. But ignore them. ET's getting a little bit upset, but it's fine. Because, yeah, I know. But ignore them, they're losers. They're losers. How is this free? It's crazy. Whatever. Starting with Poland. Lewandowski out in the first game against Netherlands. Defense 4 out of 10. Midfield 4.5, attack 4.5. Key player, believe it or not, is not Lewandowski. It's the soon-to-be Inter player. The key for Poland is Zielinski. He didn't turn up at the World Cup. They got grouped. If he doesn't turn up, it's finished. Because he's the only player in this team that can get the ball forward. Nobody else can. Sometimes Lewandowski is the one that has to drop all the way to play the ball forward. They have extremely overrated wingbacks. Zalewski is freaking garbage. Yes, he scored in the recent friendly, blah blah blah. He's freaking trash. Frankowski's a bit better, but either way. What they're really good at is finding spaces. I'll give them that. The problem is getting the ball in those spaces. Fantastic aerial team. Set pieces, aerial duels, and they're also exceptional at defending the central areas. What are their weaknesses? Scoring goals. People mock Lewandowski, but if you ever watch Poland play, hand on heart, I don't know what he's supposed to do. I honestly don't know what he's supposed to do. In the last Euros, I remember I thought he was exceptional. That game against, who was it again, chat? Do you know which one I'm talking about? The top corner. No. We'll see. It could be, well, Lewandowski's missing the first game. It could be. Was it Sweden? Madre mia. Que jugador. But honestly, it's ridiculous. Disgusting. Their quality of passing atrocious. They're too direct. These guys constantly overly aggressive and they haven't got pace in them. Very slow defenders. This position here is a big problem. I don't know who's playing here. Big problem. Oh, we'll get to you, Kosh. Brett Boy, thank you for the prime. We'll get to you. This is a problem. A problem that when you play a back three, if your central centre back is poor, you've got issues because he has to deal with most that's going to come. And they can't deal with counter-attacks because of how slow they are. But they have won their last 2 friendlies, if that means anything. No, he doesn't. Moving on to one of the toughest teams to predict. Their starting 11. Straight away, defensively, exceptional. Amori, I would refer to you here. Amori's Dutch. There's question marks galore. I think Dumfries starts. I think Dumfries is a lock. It's false because, like, bro, they blame Lewandowski, but like, they can't get the ball to their attacker, so it doesn't matter who plays. Yeah, Amori says Dumfries is a lock. There's a question mark between Frimpong here and Xavi Simons. He could play Frimpong and Dumfries. Amori believes so. I don't think so. There's a question mark between Delict and Gerrit Vida. So, and obviously in midfield, big injuries to De Jong, Weifer, and Koop Miners. All 3 could have been their starting 3 in midfield. All 3 out. As a result, their midfield has dropped to 5.5. They're still good press-resistant midfielders, but they're not on the level of these three. Coop Miners especially, Koeman never really liked him too much, but a player with those qualities in midfield, they don't have anybody like that. But yeah, quick line breaking passes, great off the ball movement, aggressive in defending, really good at mid-block defending. What is mid-block? Which basically when your team falls into kind of like somewhere here. So you don't keep dropping too much here. They kind of like stay here. Wijnaldum could start. If he starts, it's a disgrace. I love Wijnaldum, but it's a disgrace if he starts. And they flood players forward in attack. They can be overly aggressive, as you can see here. Very overly aggressive, especially if he plays. Holy fuck. We know how they got eliminated in the last Euros. He got sent off, and from then on it was down. Poor strikers. You know my opinions on him. Whoever plays here, it's going to be him. Memphis Depay in 2024. What a farce. What a disgrace. From Marco van Basten to Dennis Bergkamp to Patrick Kluivert to Ruud van Nistelrooy to Robin van Persie to this music-making loser Cringelorn. 6 out of 10 attack. And honestly, it's only 6 out of 10 because Gakpo, you know how much I like him. Xavi Simons for Netherlands. Questions. Mado, Amori, you're lying. Oh shit. Just as we're analyzing Netherlands, the Tappen has dropped a bombasso. Bro, imagine starting Depay ahead of Xerxes. But Amori, don't get excited, bro. He's not gonna start him. Imagine Xerxes instead of Depay in this team. Oh my days, man. If Xerxes instead of Depay, oh my days, man. Netherlands could legitimately cook, bro. But it's not gonna be that. The timing could not have been better, by the way. Crazy, man. Crazy. Madre mia. So we'll see. That's who I've gone with to start. That could easily be bumped. Easily. Up next. Austria. The team I've spent the most time analyzing. I couldn't believe it when I began analyzing this team, chat. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was in disbelief. What a team. Forget about the rankings. So rankings are obviously measured with other countries and stuff like that for now. Madre mia. What a team. Here's the problem immediately with them, chat, unfortunately, which is a damn shame. It's a damn shame because let me tell you something immediately. And people think I'll be exaggerating. If he was fit and both of the Schlagers were fully fit, especially the midfielder, I think they could have went all the way. I'm not even joking. I don't know why you guys never told me about this team. I'm guessing you never even watched them yourselves. What I was watching from these guys, chat, Ralph Nickelodeon, it all makes sense why he rejected Bayern Munich. It all makes sense. I was a casual. I didn't understand it. I couldn't fathom why. Why did he reject them? But these are 3 big injuries. Big injuries, chat. Schlager in particular is important to the way they play. It's influential. Baumgartner is their key player. Watch out for this guy in fantasy as well. I'll explain my fantasy strategy. But everything about them, I love them. I adore the way they play. Chance creation, direct, physical team, high pressing, Ralph Nickelodeon Gengen pressing, counter pressing, high pressing, transitions, chat, madre mia, players sliding in. They can be vulnerable to counterattacks if their initial press is bypassed, and a weakness with them one thing I forgot to mention as a strength is their defense, especially Push, really strong in the 1v1. You're going to see in the first game. Mbappe versus Push, 1v1. We'll see. We'll be there. But they don't have players that can take their man on. I have put this as their lineup. Leimer here, Sabitzer here. Leimer could end up dropping here. We'll see. Big importance to Seywald with Schlager missing. He has to be key. He has to be key. And I really like their striker. Gregoric is good. Gregoric is really good. Leimer is probably their second most important player after Baumgartner. But we'll see. And yeah, their starting goalkeeper missing. I don't know who's going to start there. We'll see. We'll see. But fascinated by this team. And chat, don't forget. They almost eliminated Italy. You could make a serious argument that they gave Italy their toughest match in the Euros. And they're much better. Now. Fascinating. Fascinating. This one is key here, man. Last but not least. First and foremost, any French people here, I have 3 question marks about the lineup. Is it true that Pavard does not start? Because I couldn't believe it. And then Saliba doesn't start. Is that also true? That's crazy. And then is it going to be Kante or is it going to be Rabiot? Yeah, at Traco. William, Saliba or Konate. Upamecano is locked in. Kante could legitimately start. Saliba and Pavard are not starting. That's crazy. So it's going to be this back line.
Blood acting like he knows anything about any of these nations. Get on the treadmill fast.
V1, haha, Ten Hag stays, suck it loser. You can't support Manchester United next year, you cretin. Haha. Amor says Theo got hit in the game versus Canada. Mendy might play the first game. Wait, really? No, Camavinga will not start. Camavinga will so basically a lot of casuals don't understand that Camavinga just he hasn't been that great. Like, okay, had a great second half in the Champions League final, but he wouldn't have started that Champions League final if he was fully fit. Rabiot is ahead of Camavinga. The order goes Rabiot, Kante, Camavinga. We're not sure which of them the first two will start. And this is the front three. Mbappe, Giroud, Dembele. But there is a question mark. Because there's a rumor that Mbappe could go down the middle and Thuram could go on the left. 8.5 defense, 8.5 midfield, 9 out of 10 attack. Obviously key player Mbappe. I mean, they're exceptional at everything. One important thing with France is their recovery pace defensively. They're exceptional at that. Electrical attack in transitions, excellent defensive organization, work rate, and they are clinical when on target. If you could say weaknesses, they don't press very well. Mbappe and Dembele are not exceptional pressers. Neither is a 37-year-old Giroud.
You didn't want Inzaghi out for about 2 years before your team got good. I will back who I want, you lazy twin.
You can't support anybody, loser. So there could be Mbappe moves here, Thuram comes in, because Thuram is an exceptional presser. But Thuram cannot play lone striker. So it's either Thuram starts on the left, Mbappe down the middle, or Mbappe left, Giroud here. We'll see. And again, if there's another weakness, is that their defensive midfielders especially can be caught on the ball. But even then, they have such exceptional recovery pace. 9 out of 10 for France, which is the same as England. So England and France, spoiler, have ranked the highest in overall. So with that in mind, how will the group finish? The group of death. We've already seen France versus Netherlands.
One thing I can support is the GoFundMe for your trip to Malta, you little geek.
I expect no real surprises here. And I'll go into detail eventually. That's going to be the order. Why is it going to finish like that? As good as Austria are, Netherlands are a really bad matchup for them stylistically. So the group will finish like this. But we'll get into it in a little bit more detail. France will top it, Netherlands second, Austria third. No surprises there. But it's the group of that. Moving on. And as you can see with France. I agree, and I'm Austrian. We would finish second if we were fit. I am definitely Gosh, but we'll get to that. Up next, Belgium. 6 out of 10 defense. This is going to be their start in defense. Tayet will come in for the Kuhn, and probably Vertonghen could come in for Witzel. We will see. But both of them are injured, and Tete could come in eventually here. How Belgium play
One more thing I will
is very
always
simple.
support is the GoFundMe for your trip to Turkey, because Jesus, that thing is getting bad.
Because Belgium play very similar. They build up in a tree. Tielemans ain't starting. They build up in a tree. They push the right back high up. They push the right back high up. Then you've got De Bruyne and Trossard, who will end up behind Lukaku. So Trossard will invert here, very similar to what Mertens used to do for Belgium. Onana, Mangala go here. You've got Doku here, right wing back here, and then Trossard, De Bruyne here behind Lukaku. Nobody knows who that is.
Knowledge from you, kind sir.
Too
Wait
kind.
for the leaderboard to be updated. I'll be in first and
It's
look
on the
forward
way.
to meeting you in Malta at Kurt 0411.
Much love to me. So, obviously, the weakest point is their defense, no doubt about it. Midfield, 7.5, attack 7. Key player, obviously, De Bruyne. Now, here's one key thing which has gone under the radar for Belgium. They're undefeated under Tedesco. Similar to how Italy entered the Euros, they're on an undefeated streak.
Kind sir. After playing the UFL beta and some FC24, do you feel goals has already surpassed both at its current state?
Not in our current state, no.
Not
I'm
what
humble.
steps are you working on to achieve that?
Everything. Every single thing. I'm humble. 2025, we would have surpassed both. For sure. Not right now, no. Work has to be done. They're, like I've already mentioned, flexible with the way they attack. They got box crashers, so De Bruyne, Trossard, they'll be there targeted. Exceptional 1v1 dribblers, in particular on the left-hand side with Doku. Electrical transitions. De Bruyne, he's going to find all of these three easily. Pum, 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 pum. Progressive passing, of course, led by Kevin. And great defensive work rate. While they are weak defensively individually, they do defend as a team, especially Mangala and Onana. Weaknesses. No Courtois. For those who don't know the story, Courtois has been left out of the squad for very petty reasons, to be honest with you. Basically, he wanted to be captain. He didn't get the captaincy. Lukaku ended up captain. Courtois cried, and he's not in the squad. I admire Tedesco's balls of not calling him. That's a proper manager right there. Like I've mentioned, poor individual defenders, lapses defensively, and this is the one I fear the most for Belgium. You've got players here who fear the big occasion. They feel the pressure. We obviously know primarily who I'm talking about. Lakaka. And that's my fear with them. We'll see how the knockout bracket shapes up. But depending on who they come up against, I have a sneaky feeling they fear the big occasion. This is where they've ranked extremely high. Chances created. Respect. Also, conceded goals. So they haven't conceded many, believe it or not, per 90 defensively in the qualifying. But take that with a pinch of salt, because basically it depends on what group you were in. Up next, Slovakia. I'll keep this one short and sweet. From my analysis, I think they're the worst team in the entire Euros. Judas doesn't help. Key players Lobotka for, definitely. He's the heart of the team. They have experience. Kuchka will probably start here. You're right. I should have put him there because he's recently come back and he done well in the recent friendly. Poor attackingly, poor at chance creation, poor at scoring, poor at progressive passes, concede chances, and they're poor at pressing. The only thing is experience and aerial ability. Overall, 3.5. Too kind. As you can see, going forward, terrible. Up next, Romania. Defense, 5.5. Could have even been higher. But it's individuals are factored in. As a team, collectively, Romania are one of the best defensive teams in the competition. Led by their key player, Dragozin, who has been getting mocked a little bit by some Premters, some casual, dirty, filthy Premters who I spit on. Keep an eye on Banku as well. He will go forward, as will Washu. They will overlap. They will tuck in. But with Puska starting up front, former Inter player, he never really played for us. We chucked him at the championship. It's like it's problems up front. It's problems in scoring goals, in creating chances, and in keeping the ball. That's the issue. But exceptional mid and low block defense, and they work as a team. Overall, 4 out of 10. But defensively, they will be tough to break down. Very, very tough to break down. And in the group they're in, they could pick up points. We'll reveal soon. Up next, Amori. My God, 6.5 out of 10 overall. Exceptionally high. 7 out of 10 attack. 6.5 midfield. 6 defense. Collectively, there's not many weaknesses in this team. Very, very unpredictable in attack. If you look at this front four, Mudryk, Sudakov, Sikanov, Dovbek. Madre mia. Most of you guys will not know Sudakov. Que jogador. Sikanov and Dovbek, they will have that Girona connection. Dovbek being rumored to go to Atletico de Madrid. Krychenko in midfield, where, let's be honest, it's better than having him left back. At left back, they have someone who, unlike Krychenko, can actually defend.
Damn well that you have not watched a single second of Romania's backline. Stop it, fella, you are just a walking SofaScore website with these lineups and ratings.
V1, just because you haven't watched, there's no need to project onto me. I am a student of this game. I live and breathe this sport. I am obsessed with this. I wake up and the first thing in the morning is I work on a football game. I analyze football. I talk about football. I play football games. Me and you are not comparable in any way, shape or form, you miserable cretin. So you stay in your lane. While you're there flipping burgers, I'm talking about football, I'm working about football, all my life revolves around football. We are not comparable. Either way, pace on the counter-attacks, progressive ball carriers, in particular Sudakov, Mudryk and Sikanov. They're all able to get the ball and move forward with it. And strong tactical awareness and position when defending. Zabarny, Mikolenko, Premters will know in particular. And of course, we haven't talked about him. They have 2 goalkeepers. One of them, in my opinion, despite not playing in the Champions League final, was the best goalkeeper of the season. So, heading into this, you can't ask for more. And he'll have a chip on his shoulder. He'll be an angry Lunin. He should be upset. He should be annoyed. If I am him, I would be heading into this tournament with vengeance on my mind to make that old fart Ancelotti make sure that he's watching as he puts in performance after performance. Their weaknesses?
You're a full-time coffee maker, G. Keep yapping. When your game flops, I will be there mocking you.
Their weaknesses? Bad press. Vulnerable to counterattacks. Nah, Trubin was on. when their initial press is bypassed, and they're not exceptional in the air defensively. Overall 6.5. I have high hopes, champ. I have high hopes, as you can see by my rankings, and Amori knows as well. They are going to be fun to watch. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. So, another group done. Having said all of that, this was the easiest group to predict, because it's going to be Belgium first, Ukraine second, Romania third, Slovakia fourth. The easiest one to predict. As good as Ukraine are, Belgium will have more firepower against Romania and Slovakia, because these guys are going to park the bus, right? So they're more trustworthy to pick up more points than Ukraine would, as well as score more goals. So they're more safer to finish first. No surprise in that regard. Easy. Last but not least, Slovenia better than Slovakia. Yeah. They are. You don't know, little bro? The team that I picked to finish as semi-finalists in the previous Euro. But you see, 3 years ago, 3 years ago was my first official watch-along tournament. I had incredible ball knowledge back then, but I still had faults, and the faults had shown. The faults had creeped in 3 years ago. The same mistakes will not be made. Obviously, their key player, very obvious, Hakan. Their strongest area is these three in midfield. Hakan's their key player. Keep an eye on Yasici. Exceptional. And keep an eye on him, because he's leaving Lille on a free. He'll be playing as a number 10. Çalhanoğlu will be playing deeper like he has done for Inter, where he has been a top 3 defensive midfielder in world football. Arda Güler will be on the right, Yilmaz on the left. I don't know if Unal will start. I'm not sure. They had a big injury to Kabak at the back against Italy. I don't know. Maybe Unal won't start. I'm not sure. Oh, Unal won't start. Well, there you go. Koshko won't start. But here's the problem with Turkey. It's their defense.
I am sorry to tell you, Mr. Football, but Unal is out injured, mate. He's
I
not
just
going
said.
to play.
I just said it. Weaknesses. My worry with Turkey is this. Bozo defenders. Demiral, Bozo. He may not even start, we'll see. Defending set pieces, conceding counterattacks, controlling the game. I see weaknesses in this Turkish team. They're good at high pressing. Really good, and this one is a key thing. Keep an eye. Long distance accurate shooting. They're great at attacking set pieces, not defending them, but they're great at attacking them. They do flood the box with a lot of crosses. They're good at transitions, and they're good at winning the defensive duels. But I see problems, and more on that soon with Turkey. Last but not least, they're not last in the group, Georgia. They'll be playing a 3-4-3, more probably a 3-5-2, with him dropping a bit here, and Gvara maybe even operating more central. These three expect constant transitions. I put him because his name, they don't have the Georgian name, which has the same name. Algeria, Kakao, lol W, you don't know shit. You don't know shit. Stay in your lane. Don't speak football. I agree, mate. I agree.
We want win under
I agree.
Also, Unal and Demiral want
Yeah,
start.
I agree. But Georgia's attack is one to keep an eye on. Not brilliant midfield, poor at the back, but up front, keep an eye. Obviously, their key player is Gvara. Oh, so did I put the same person? I put the same person. My bad. Either way, you don't need to know who the other wingback is, because they're fucking terrible. Trash cans. And I put them as poor wingbacks. Defensive duels, lack of experience is a problem. But attacking transitions, look me dead in the eye, because most of you guys know absolutely fuck all about Georgia. But listen to me so you're not surprised. Listen to me so you know when it happens, you'll be there telling your friends so you can look like you have good football knowledge. Georgia in the counter-attacks will cause a lot of problems. A lot of problems. They will be tough to deal with because it's constant transitions, constant unpredictability. You don't know who's going where. And they have speed. Last but not least, their centre-back plays for my club and he scored our championship goal. Did he? Last but not least. Well, no, sorry, there's two more. El Portugal. I watched them yesterday against Ireland, full 90 minutes. They played a different system to the one way they'll probably play, but chat, on paper, 8.5 out of 10. For context, 8.5 out of 10. They rank 0.5 less than France, 0.5 less than England. So they're the third best team on paper. Germany, 8 out of 10. Spain, 7.5. But remember, this is purely on paper. And football, as we know, is not played on paper. Key player, I put Douglas Costa. Oh, sorry, Diogo Costa. I believe he's going to be key to the way they play. He made a few mistakes in the World Cup. He's an exceptional goalkeeper. Exceptional. If they want to go really, really far, he has to be on it. No mistakes. 8.5 defense, 9 midfield, 7.5 in attack. The best thing about Portugal is they can do everything. They can play whichever style. Comfortable in the possession during the build-up. But the key thing is they can also increase the tempo. When needed, they can increase it. Boom, boom. Great 1v1 dribblers to offer unpredictability. We're expecting Leao on the left, Bernardo on the right, Ronaldo down the middle. They're really, really good as well at identifying pressing triggers. They don't press aimlessly. They wait for the right opportunity, they sense, and then they flood. Very compact defensively, and also, as you'd expect with the speed that they have, very great at counter-attacks. Their weaknesses, Ronaldo starting. Now hear me out. Obviously people will say agenda this, but... And he was exceptionally yesterday, truth be told. But it was against a terrible Irish team. Any Portuguese fan will tell you, if this was Leao, Jota, Bernardo Silva, I think they win the whole thing. The problem is, with Cristiano Ronaldo, the reason he shone yesterday was because they were playing against a very poor Ireland team. So Ronaldo, as obviously, he's 39. He's playing against an Ireland team that, he's playing in a Saudi league, and he played against an Irish team where the level is really low. But once they get to the knockouts, you're telling me Portugal come up against Germany, Portugal come up against Spain, Portugal come up against England, Portugal come up against France, Italy. You're telling me hand on heart, not even those teams, they come up against Ukraine, Austria. You're telling me he's going to turn up in 2024. The only tough team he played against in the Saudi League was Al Hilal. Go look at what he done in those games. Also, Roberto Martinez. He ruined one golden generation, and he's about to ruin another one. And one thing with Portugal, they are prone to making mistakes under pressure. We've seen in the World Cup. There comes a time where there's a drop in concentration, and all of a sudden they're unable to pick themselves back up. They get too affected. The one good thing Roberto Martinez has done, however, is Palhinha. Because he should have started in the last World Cup. He started in this one, in the upcoming Euros. Bruno and Vitinha. That's an outrageous midfield. Outrageous. And there's still others in there. Like Neves. Like Otavio, who can come in and cause problems. Bernardo can drop, someone can go up front. Fullbacks is a problem. I don't know who's starting. I think Nuno Mendes has to start. No, Inacio starts ahead of Pepe. There's going to be these two together. The problem is the fullback. I'm not so sure. I don't think Cancelo starts. Oh, Otavio's on. I don't think Dalot starts. I've gone with Cancelo to start. It can be Dalot, but I am not sure. It's tough. We'll see. It's not 3 at the back, AB. You're so dumb. You're so stupid. AB, this is the problem with you. AB, the difference between me and you is you watch the recent performance of a team and you think that's the formation they're going to play. You're so stupid. Felix is starting. No, he won't. Again, Felix started yesterday because he can play 3-5-2, but no, Antonio Silva's terrible. He's not starting. He's like their 4th choice. But as you can see, look at this. This is crazy. But again, take this with a pinch of salt, because Portugal played in a very, very, very weak qualifying group. So that's why these numbers are extremely inflated. Last but not least, the Czech Republic. Incredible history in this competition. Very even in the 3 different departments. We believe they're going to line up in a 3-4-2-1 or a 3-4-3. Souček is their key player. Simply put, everything goes through him. Everything. They're direct, similar to Slovenia. They're efficient. They have high volume shooters. They counter-attack with numbers. Great mid-pressing, not high, but mid. And it's smart that they don't high press, they mid. And they're good at winning duels, different types of duels.
It's time to cook for the
Too kind, Harvard. Let's cook, son. Let's cook, son. Let's do this, man. Come on, man. Trust me, man. The weaknesses, they have a new manager that has just started. Their previous one resigned in 2023. They're good, or sorry, they're bad on the ball. So they are direct, but as a result, obviously, they're not comfortable with the ball and keeping it. But it's not necessarily a weakness, really, because their directness is a strength. Like I said, poor high pressing. But again, it's not necessarily a weakness because it's a choice more than anything. They do give away a lot of fouls. That is a problem. And there are gaps between lines. Again, defense, midfield, forward. They're not some. If you bypass, sometimes there's going to be space. Souček ain't the quickest, so it's easy to find gaps in between here. But as you can see, they recover the ball really, really well. Physical team, very, very physical team. But they also commit a lot of fouls. Now. The final group, with that in mind, how is it going to go? Very simple. No surprises in who's going to top it. Portugal will top it. The Czech Republic will finish 2nd. Georgia will finish 3rd. And yet again, in the Euros, another big disappointment for Turkey. So I've just spoiled all the groups for you guys. Now, the most important thing for the bracket is determining, of course, the 4 best placed 3rd teams, because this affects the entirety of the bracket. So, for example, most of you guys will do it on paper and you're like, okay, from these 4 teams, who's the strongest on paper? Switzerland, Italy, Denmark, Austria. And that's what you guys will do. But that's naive. Unsurprising that you guys would do it like that. But for someone like myself, who has put 146 hours into this, you have to do basically how every single game is going to finish. So, Italy will get enough points. As will Denmark. As will Austria. Now, this is where there's a little bit more unpredictability, because basically there are going to be teams that are going to finish on the same amount of points, and then it's going to be done by goals scored. It's going to be done by goal difference. So this was going to become a little bit complex. By goal difference, unfortunately, Georgia ain't going to make it. Switzerland ain't making it either. So that's my big surprise, so to speak, from the groups they making it. Romania will be the final team that will join the 3 others in making it. They will get enough points to get in. Switzerland have a guaranteed 3 points. That's what a naive person would think, like you. So, as a result, this will be the tournament bracket. So keep in mind all the analysis that we've done. I didn't sleep on Georgia. I put them 3rd, Nimwood. Chat, ignore them, ET, ignore them. They're just disrespectful. Ignore them. Now, listen to me very, very carefully. Croatia versus Romania. Knowing what we know about the 2 teams, Romania will be tough to break down. But Croatia have the experience. They will find a way. They will find a way to go through. Low scoring game, probably, but they'll find a way. Germany versus Slovenia. Home advantage will prevail. It won't be as easy as people think, but the Germany will make it. Portugal versus Denmark. It will be a comfortable victory for Portugal. Stylistically, Denmark, they can't really threaten Portugal. They play into their hands. They'll keep the ball boring. Portugal will pick them apart. Efficient, ruthless. Netherlands versus Ukraine. I laugh because compare Netherlands attack with Ukraine's one. I love. Ukraine will go through. Basically, as good as Netherlands defense is, Ukraine have too many players that can cause them issues. Netherlands exit in the round of 16. Goodbye, Koeman. Au revoir. Au revoir. Belgium versus Italy. We've seen this matchup in the previous Euros. The defending champions will be eliminated in the round of 16. Belgium will eliminate Italy. The problem with Italy is what I said. The reason why they will not defend their crown is because this is a type of game where Belgium will create significantly more chances than Italy. To be fair, kind of like they done in the previous Euros. Lukaku didn't take them. De Bruyne even missed a couple. But then Italy in that Euros had the ability to cause problems. Barella came up with an outrageous goal. He's capable of doing that whenever. We all know his quality. One day. But I feel like the rest of the team is not up to par. So Belgium will find a way. Italy eliminated in the round of 16. France versus Czech Republic. Czech Republic upset the Netherlands in the previous Euros. Can they upset France? No. France will eliminate the Czech Republic. It won't be an easy matchup for them, per se. But I can't see the Czech troubling France defensively. And then France will find a way. If you want to analyze this match and break it down, simply MBAPPE versus Soufal.
become involved in the spoiler table first.
You're too kind, bud. Exclamation mark Euro League. Now, England versus Austria. The favorites of the competition. Foden, Bellingham, Saka, Kane. And if that's not working... Oh, I mean, Trent will probably start, I think, as well. And if that's not working... Oh, we'll bring in Palmer off the bench, not a problem. Gordon off the bench. I mean, fucking hell. Kobe Mino. I mean, talent in abundance. Just simply unbelievable. And with that in mind, Austria will go through. The first big proper upset, which is not really an upset to me. Stylistically, England are fucked in this. I'll be honest with you, it's not coming home. As a matter of fact, you're going out early. You're second Southgate straight after this, which you should have done ages ago. And you have to start a little bit from, you know, a lot of people exaggerate. It's like, oh, this is England. Is this our final chance to win? I mean, Harry Kane's getting up in age, but look at the rest of the team. England, if you get the right manager for the next World Cup, you'll be a serious problem. With this one, you're heading out in the last of 16, unfortunately. So people think it's an easy matchup because, oh, they're not facing a team that's going to finish second. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Austria will eliminate England. Stylistically, all kinds of problems. They're going to press them high up the pitch. Declan Rice, we know, with the ball at his feet, Austria are going to hound him. And as they hound him, they're going to get in between those lines, run at that defense. And that England defense, Maguire's a big loss. That England defense, they're going to suffer. And Austria have really good 1v1 defenders. And that's how they're going to be able to contain. Austria's midfield will hound England's one. Foden, Bellingham will struggle to find spaces because Limer, these guys, Sewell, these guys will be there, eating them alive, running non-stop. And I expect Baumkrander to find the right spaces necessary to kill England. Austria to beat England, mark my words, book it, put everything. Last but not least, in the round of 16, Hungary versus Spain. Hungary have been causing a lot of upsets to a lot of big teams. Stylistically, unfortunately for Hungary, this is a nightmare matchup for them. In order to cause problems to Spain, you need to have top attackers. Hungary don't have that on paper. Yamal and Nico Williams will have a field day running at this Hungary defense. And Hungary's best attribute is their midfield. But guess what? So is Spain's. Spain's is even better. Spain will control the game. Spain will go through. Who are we getting semis? Who's that? We know you are predicting France to win. Bro. So there we have the quarterfinals. Madre mia. I don't know why you guys are Why are you guys being disrespectful? You are so oh my days, the English people are against me. Truff. You know, I like you guys. It's like, bro, I don't know why you're getting so upset. Truff, there's a reason why you're not moderator anymore. What the fuck do you know? We're talking about football. Hey, Truff, while the football was on, while we were doing all the analysis, you were there playing your 5th weekend league, so you stay in your lane, little bro. Thank you. Croatia versus Germany. Mamma mia. Whoa. Germany playing at home. Or so you think. There's 2 other countries who may feel like they're playing at home as well. Turkey and Croatia. Home advantage will not be as big of a factor in this game as you may think. So if we eliminate that and nullify that one, we're looking at 2 teams here who they both lack a killer, right? They don't have killers up front. Fair enough. Let me tell you something. Croatia will make this a slugfest. And I don't think the Germans, as historically dominant as they have been, it's crazy that the last time they've won is 10 years ago. That doesn't happen with Germany. It's the freaking Germans. Don't underestimate the Germans. Fantastic manager. And all of that. But you think they're going to win something with Kai Havertz? We're talking about Kai Havertz versus Josko Gvardiol. I'm going Croatia to win. They'll find a way. Maybe on penalties. Maybe on penalties against the Germans, which is crazy. But they'll find a way. I think they're mentally a lot stronger than Germany, and they'll find a way through. They will find a way through. Midfield-wise, it'll be a fascinating contest. But I think Croatia have a little bit more recent experience. If you go purely by history, of course, Germany in their own backyard. Are you crazy? I love Germany, but they're just missing something. They're missing something. I think quarterfinals could be deemed not necessarily successful, but considering the way the last two tournaments went, I think it's at least a step forward. Portugal versus Ukraine. Madre mia. Cristiano Ronaldo versus Mikhailo Mudryk.
I don't know why you are wasting our time. All of these spoilers will be wrong. Never something so dumb ANF pathetic like you. All this waffling about football to end up with 6 of 50 correct spoilers. Stop this nonsense, you little lizard. My payment for this amazing football knowledge we are experiencing, kind sir.
Much love. Portugal versus Ukraine. You see, so many interesting individual battles. Allow me to just sprinkle this upon you guys. Mudryk versus Cancelo.
2-hour live stream, 100 plus hours of analysis.
140.
Come up with this shit. In 1 month we will all laugh at you again like always with your spoilers. Can't even get top 100 in your own leaderboard.
Check again. You dare to be for lizard. Check again. Truth be told, I'm so sorry, my Ukrainian brothers.
You're dumb as a dumb
But the
rock.
truth be told is, it's a nightmare matchup for Ukraine, Portugal. It just doesn't mesh well. Because Portugal can play the patient game. They won't be under any rush. They'll play this one smart, and I think they'll pick Ukraine apart. They have too many weapons in their locker, unfortunately. And at the end of the day, Krychenko will be in tears as Portugal will go through to the semi-finals of the Euro. They'll go that one step further from the World Cup where they crumble. They will eliminate Ukraine. Cristiano Ronaldo in his final international competition, in the same tournament or in the same circumstance that we never thought he'd even play, we'd even watch him. We never thought we'll even see another Cristiano Ronaldo watch along, but he'll be there in the semi-finals. Belgium versus France. Surely not again. Belgium to be eliminated yet again by France. Yet again. Surely not. 3 in a row. Oh, not in a row, but 3 in total. That World Cup is still painful, isn't it? Belgium were the better team. They were the best team in that World Cup. You didn't win it. I tried. I really tried. But this is what I was talking about when I specifically mentioned this. Players who fear the big occasion. Unfortunately, Lukaku cannot be trusted in a game like this. He cannot be trusted. Belgium will come short. France will go through. It's a damn shame as well. And Belgium will suffer their first loss under the new manager. It's painful. It's a painful one for Belgium because I feel for them. De Bruyne's final, his final tournament, maybe no, I hope not. I hope not. The golden generation is no longer, you could definitely say. It's no longer, but damn. And last but not least, in the quarterfinals, Austria versus Spain. Austria have just upset England. They are on cloud 9. They are flying high. But here's the problem for Austria. This is where the injuries will come into play. If they were fully fit, they had a fully fit team, honest to God. Because the one thing people don't realize with Austria is they're pretty much a club team. They're built entirely with the whole fucking like Salzburg franchise and Leipzig. Red Bull franchise is entirely there. But unfortunately, those injuries are too pivotal in a game against Spain. Because unlike the game against England, they'll try and press them. But Spain, they're too press resistant. And the difference between Spain and England, the key difference where England failed and where Spain will struggle, is the manager. England will be there playing slow, predictable against Austria. Spain will understand what they need to do. Remember what we said here as a weakness for Austria. If the initial press is bypassed, they can be vulnerable to the counter-attack. England will play slow. Spain will not this time, believe it or not. They will attack. They will attack with these two here. And they'll cause them problems. Spain will go through. So those are the top 4. Croatia, Portugal, France,
If you
and
put
Spain.
as much effort into meeting a woman as you do into this yapping, maybe you wouldn't be a 30-year-old acne-riddled lizard.
So no big surprises in the sense that, I mean, obviously England not being here, maybe Germany not being here, people would have had those to win, not me. But Croatia, Portugal, France, Spain. Shouldn't be too surprised if you know football with those 4. Where do we go from here? Now then. Croatia versus Portugal. We've just seen this matchup last week, as a matter of fact. But that's a friendly. Cristiano Ronaldo, at 39 years of age, trying to get to another Euro final. And imagine this. If he does become top scorer of the tournament, if Portugal win the Euros, Cristiano Ronaldo to win a Ballon d'Or at 39 years of age? Madre mia. That could reopen the debate. The debate that we thought was over in 2022 could end up being reopened. Madre mia. But unfortunately for Ronaldo fanboys, it will be Croatia making it to the final. It will be tears for Ronaldo yet again. Just like we've seen in Qatar. Simply put, this is where Portugal become undone. Why? Because look at all the previous Euro champions. There's one key important feature in the knockouts. The defense. Saying Portugal have a bad defense. Croatia's defense is going under the radar. This is going to be lock-up. And under pressure. Remember what we put about Portugal. Under pressure. Remember. In a knockout one-off game, it could all come down to something like this. Prone to mistakes under pressure.
Question mark.
What? What's your problem, Abdi? Croatia. This will be no new feeling for them. They are used to this. They've underperformed in the Euros in the past, for sure. For sure they have. But mark my words, they will make it all the way to the final in this upcoming Euros. They'll be there again, deep, late run into the tournament. The question is, who will Croatia face? Will it be a rematch of the World Cup final from 2018? Or will it be a rematch from the Nations League final from 2023? France versus Spain. So many fascinating, historical duels between these two teams, dating all the way back to 1984, when France beat Spain in the final to become champions of Europe for the very first time, going all the way forward to 2006, when Zinedine Zidane put a masterclass and Spain were sent packing, all the way to 2012, when Spain got their revenge on France. What will happen in 2024?
Babe, this isn't you.
Well, we also
this is not
seen.
who you were meant to be. Please come
Don't
back.
interrupt me when I am going to a soliloquy.
SSRI prescription.
Sick freak. Will it be France again, like we've seen in the Nations League final from 2021, was it, I think? The present, MBAPPE, versus the future, Yamal. Here's the key difference. Here's the key difference in this match that people do not understand. You see, as good as MBAPPE is, Lamine Yamal will be better. And this will be his tournament. At 16, we've never seen anything like this. Not even from Messi. Not even from the real Ronaldo. Lamine Yamal dragged Spain into the European final. So there you have it. So there you have it. They'll be playing against each other in the first game of the group. They'll be playing against each other on Saturday, this Saturday, on the 15th of June. And they'll play against each other again on the 14th of July. Croatia versus Spain final. Book it. Book it. In the Nations League, it was 0-0. Spain won on penalties. Can Croatia do what they've never done before? Can they go that one step further? Or will Spain be back at the top of international football yet again for the first time since 2012? Without further ado, the Euro 2024 champions will be España.
Spoil the Euros here as my spoiler. I predict a lot of autismo attacks. I predict you getting turned on from underage fans in the background, and I also suspect you to call someone a piffa rat and say something about their mother. Thank you, kind sir, for the wonderful analysis. I myself also have Spain to win the Euros, so I feel validated being confirmed by such a great footballing mind.
Player of the tournament. Pedri. It's time to show these disrespectful cretins exactly who Pedri is. If you've been watching Spain, you know the role he has for the upcoming Euros. He will be key. He will be there. Pedri, who was the young player of the tournament 3 years ago, this time will go one step further. Player of the tournament. Jude Bellingham, who? Young player of the tournament. Complete domination from Spain. Lamine Yamal, no doubt about that one. Top scorer, golden boot. Kylian MBAPPE. The shackles are off. The pressure's on him.
Can we get Appy or someone on a Discord?
He'll be happy with a move to Real Madrid.
High football knowledge. It's better than
It's time to
listening
respond
someone who isn't even top
to that
of the
disaster class
leaderboard.
in the Champions League. And he will. He always plays better for France. The team suits him more. He will finish with the most amount of goals in the Euros 2024. Now, here's the important thing to remember with my prediction. Because these two are the best teams in the tournament, they could easily invert. But guess what? It wouldn't make a difference. We'll be looking at the same finalists. They will be the best two. Spain versus Croatia, Croatia versus Spain. I think Croatia will top it, Spain second. The amount of disrespect that you have shown me throughout this analysis, which will probably, after the competition, be put in a FIFA museum. It will be shown to university classes in Harvard, in Yale, you name it. And you guys had the audacity to continuously disrespect me while I am giving you guys this knowledge for free. For free. Do you know how much Craig Duncan Douglas, Nepenthes, would have charged for this? God damn it. If he was willing to scam children over opening a bunch of freaking God knows what packs they were, imagine what he would have done with something like this. And here I am, giving you guys this knowledge all for free. And this is how you repay me? You dirty cretins. I'll remember this. I'll remember this. And the truth be told is I should turn off the stream on the spot. But I'm a nice guy. For the genuine people in here, the genuine ones, I'll go one step further for you. I'll even spoil the fantasy and everything that you need to do, based from the knowledge that you have got here. My Euro fantasy team. If you want to join this, remember ! Euro fantasy. Thank you. No, but it's always the same story. It's always the same story with these guys. I go through all of that. Crazy. 146 hours. ! Euro League for the protected ! Euro fantasy. ADRD, thank you for the 17, sir. Thank you. You're overrating Croatia. They are making it out of the group. Yeah, we'll see later, bro. We'll see. My Euro 2024 fantasy team is the following. You see, I found a way to put in Lukaku, Kane, Mbappe, De Bruyne, and Bruno Fernandes all in the same team. Now, Lunin and Verburgen will rotate. Remember what I told you.
When is Copa
Romania
getting spoiled?
probably, well, it's not going to go to this level for sure, but I'll reveal everything probably sometime next week. Lunin and Verbogen can rotate. Remember, you can make subs at will. For Spain, I had Rodri to, but basically Spain played Croatia the first game, so I'm bringing in the Spanish players after the first game because they play Croatia first. So it's going to be a nightmare matchup for both teams. And then shortly after that, Spain play against Italy. So I've got the idea is that I play limitless in match day 3 and avoid Spain versus Croatia. Unfortunately, Yamal is an attacker, so these 3 attackers have to be locked up. I went with Fratesi for the first one. Probably Baumgartner will come in the second one. And DeMarco, I think I'll take him out as well after the first. We'll see. But Amori told me that Theo Hernandez is potentially injured. Can we get a verdict on Theo Hernandez? And any verdict on Theo? No, wildcard match day 3 doesn't make sense. Because there's going to be surprises here as well. Like I've shown you there. Ferland Mendy starts. Because if Theo Hernandez is out, then obviously we have to make the necessary adjustments. I had a debate here to put Rodri instead of Fratesi. But for the first game, like I said, it makes more sense to start Fratesi for sure. Yeah, you can join the league. !Euro Fantasy. Get Frimpong, risk it, no chance. If anything, I'll get Dumfries instead of Theo Hernandez. I'm always trying to stitch me up because he knows. He has a small knee injury. He might rest the first game. Mendy will start. That's a problem then. That's a problem. I think De Bruyne is a necessity. As I think Bruno Fernandes is a necessity as well. Especially in the group stages. Thank you for your spoilers. I'm going to Euro to watch my country, Croatia, although I don't think we can go that far. 50k plus fans every game is going to be crazy. Believe, you will believe. Yeah, Dumfries is at a Theo I could do. But then I don't want to end up with 2 Dutch defenders and 2 Italian players. You can only make 2 free transfers. So we'll see. We'll see how I'll do it. But either way. Also, if you don't know about Georgi Chukvetsache, get to know. I wanted to put Gvar as well, but honestly, like he'll get numbers. Your team is good though, but think about the limitless for match day 1. For one match. Match day 3. What are you talking about? Match day 1. Does Pedri also win young player? No, they'll give it to Lamine. Quick TENABALL before I end it. Okay. Yeah, I have football. I had so work in the morning. Obviously, the next time I see you guys will be during the Euros, and away we go, man. Every single game will be there. Every single game. Like I told you guys, the game I'm most excited for is the game that will shape up the whole of the Euros and the bracket. It will be Slovakia versus Romania. Every single one will be there no matter what. Will be there. 3 games every single day. Will be there. Will be there. I will love it, and I think we deserve it. Nobody asked your opinion. Hey, Truff, nobody asked your opinion. Oh my god, what a cretin thing this is, man. What a cretin question. What kind of stupid question is this? Is McTominay in this list? I mean, what the fuck? SpongeBob will probably be here, right? Somewhere. Although his value should have gone down. That's crazy. How am I supposed to... So when you say valuable, you're talking about young, right? Mostly. I mean, Kerkes could be in here, low-key. Kerkes could be in here. I mean, Rudiger has to be in here, surely. There's no fucking way. What the fuck, chat? Oh, fucking hell, Havertz is going to be in here, isn't he? Most valuable player. How, where's Kimmich ranked these days? Because I know his contract's running down. He's obviously getting up in age, but like if Rudiger is in here, madre mia. This is a problem. Could Ta be in here? Apparently not. German squad. So obviously attackers are always the most valuable, right? Who else have they got? Sané's in here, surely. Sané. No way. He's that high. Sané. Puta madre, man. Chat. Why? Honestly. Yeah, Kimmich 6. Which makes me think Kerkez is in here. Gotta be. He's not. What the fuck? I'm finished because it's it's all Germans then. If Kerkez is in here, it's all Germans. Unless Shaka's in here. Granit. Well, what about Akanji? Mado. Oh! Nah, the spoiler's a different level, man. Chat. Oh my days, man. Oh. So we've got top 7 in order. Granit. Could Shaka be in here? Gundogan. Shaka. Shaka's younger than Gundogan. Puta. What if there's some youngster from Germany I'm completely missing that's in the squad? Nah. Kobel. Oh my days, chat. Nah, chat. Surely you guys have to respect that. Nah, what the fuck? That's nerdy, awful. And then 2 left. Scotland. Am I missing a Scotsman? Robertson. What would Robertson be valued at? Fucking hell. Robbo. Premier League players obviously always are inflated. Nah. One life, 2 players. Granit. Fuck off, man. Bullshit, man. Schlotterbeck. Get the McTominay. Get the fuck out of here, man. On what fucking planet? What? Chat, I thought about Schlotterbeck. So stupid, man. That's so dumb, man. So dumb, bro. Nah. McTominay in the top 10 most valuable players. What the fuck? Yeah, Rudiger, that's what I said. Rudiger is only value 25. I mean, he's 31, but how on earth was Rudiger not in that list? UAV. Fuck out of here, man. Ter Stegen valued at 28 million at 32 years of age. You tell me Ter Stegen is valued more than Rudiger? Get the fuck out of here. Stupid ass game, man. Dumb fucking game. No. Nicolas, did you see my predict? Nicolas. What do you think? No, there's no leaderboard, no new leaderboard. It's predicted. Bro, can I play the goals open this week? Goals open? What's the goals open? Prize pool. Oh, the tournament. Yeah. Yeah, you can. You can, sir. Actually, no, I don't think you can. Because you're from America. We haven't got American servers yet. I don't think... can you play? I'm not sure. I need to double check. I'll DM you. I need to double check it. So we've only got one European server right now, so I don't know. We'll see. But I'll let you know. I'll double check it. Either way, Oniko here. Nobody cares. Oniko here. Oniko, you announce yourself.
It's going to be an amazing experience for sure. Another opportunity to write
There's no way
of my country.
There's no way. That's not Mbappe speaking, chat. There's no way that's Mbappe speaking.
So I'm going to be ready, and of course it's going to be really difficult. Everybody know how tough it is to win the Euros. Because all the team are very strong. We can
That's a cold. Look
like
at
something
that.
crazy, but we are ready for that.
Are you embracing that title?
What the fuck? That's AI.
I want to win the Euros. I have to be honest. I won the World Cup. I won the National League. That's the only one that missed me with the national team. After I did everything with the national team, and I really want to win this. My first competition as captain, so it's really important for me, and it's always important for the country, and we want them to be proud of us.
How much do you take motivation from the World Cup final in Qatar?
I think we have to move forward. Of course, we were hurt to see that you're close to something, close to the back-to-back, something amazing, something history. Everybody loved the game, exception us. We didn't allow that, but it's part of the game. It's part of the game. Now, when I watch the video of the game, I watch with a smile because it's part of the history, and we know what we have to do if we go again in the final. We have to play all the game and have reaction, you know. But there is a long way to go to the final of the Euros, and we have to be focused first on the group, and after it's going to be another tournament win.
Do you have that appreciation that you were part? That was without doubt.
I told it's AI.
The greatest matches, if not the greatest ever World Cup final. Do you take some pleasure from that?
It's difficult. It's difficult, I think, because I understand that everybody understands that you talk about it, but in my position, I cannot enjoy that 100%, you know, because at the end I was close to the World Cup, and the trophy didn't watch me, you know. It's part of the deal, it's part of the journey. 4 years before we were there and we won the World Cup, and I hope in USA we're gonna win the World Cup for the second time again.
Mado. Chat, did you guys see Messi respond to Mbappe? That was so cold, man. Chat, he literally ended you fanboys, man. Mado. The Euros are very important competition where the best are, but it leaves out Argentina, 3-time world champions, Brazil, 5 times world champions, Uruguay, 2-time world champion. There are too many world champions outside to say that it's the most difficult. Everyone wants to be a world champion. Mado. Chat, Messi's been dropping some cold quotes, man. Holy shit. How many world champions does Copa leave out? Listen here, AB, you thick bastard. The question wasn't whether what's the better competition or the harder competition, Euros or Copa America. The problem is these Ronaldo fanboys have turned it into trying to make it seem like the Euros is a tougher competition than the World Cup. That's where a line has been crossed. So that's the stuff that we don't accept and tolerate. Best of luck, Zero. Best of luck. Well, Mbappe said it as well, but Mbappe is salty. Check Jose Euro prediction. Jose went Portugal to win. Mado. Lukaku top goal scorer. No. Spain and Mbappe golden boot. Mbappe golden boot, Pedri player of the tournament, and Yamal young player of the tournament. Do they do a goalkeeper award? I don't know. And that's the team. Best of luck to you guys. It will be war out there. I'll see you guys on Friday for the opening ceremony of the Euros 2024. And here we go. Away we go. Best of luck. I'll be there for my legacy. For you guys, there's money to be made. For me, this is all about legacy. After this tournament, my legacy will be set in stone. My name, the spoiler, will be heard around the world. I